Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here, and I'm half a theater geek.
I'm Monkey, and I'm a full theater geek.
And together, we're 1.5 theater geeks.
Geeks.
So, Monkey, yesterday, we went to go see a show, and it was
we
like...
watched Dancing It's On.
Hold on. Well, yeah, but let me build it up, all right?
Okay.
So, we went to go see a little intimate show. It's a very, very unknown show, very obscure, but it was good. It was good. We went to go see a little something, I believe it's called Hamilton. No, seriously, folks. Oh, God. Nice cue. Nice cue. We don't want to play too much of that, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and that was actually my very first professional theater experience. Like, I've seen some...
You saw Tarzan.
I've seen Tarzan, yes, and Tarzan actually was, like, for my money, that looked very professional.
Yeah, that was like a regional one.
Right. Like, the actors were all super good, except for the guy who played Tarzan. Oddly enough,
Yeah.
He was sort of weird, but no, I still remember how good that Kala was. Oh my god. But yeah, oh my god. So, Monkey, you've always said, like, during our Broadway podcast, like, you've always gone into detail about the theaters.
Like how I geek out over being in the theaters.
And...
like being at them.
Yeah. And I gotta say, the moment I stepped into the Pantages lobby, I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And this one is like I told you, it's more exquisite than a bunch of the ones on Broadway.
Hold on. Mini golf. Oh, it's dude, I remember going to a Camelot. Oh my god. Oh, that brings back memories. Wow. There was a Camelot in Modesto. My grandparents used to go to Modesto for, like, a pet food convention because they owned a pet store.
Yeah.
And so every time we'd go there, I'd end up going to Camelot. Like, that was, like, the big thing to do in Modesto. It's like, we're going to Modesto, go to Camelot. Anyway, so, yeah, Hamilton kind of sucked. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was utter dreck.
No, it was...
We should have just flown out to Denver and caught Frozen.
No, it was incredible. I think Monkey and I both agree that having both been familiar with the soundtrack before seeing the show, at least you were familiar with Act 1, right?
Yeah.
I think we both agree, like, this is a show that's better the less intimately familiar with the soundtrack you are.
Yeah, I mean, it is a great show. It does deserve the praise, but yeah, you can get... Yeah, it can get overplayed.
So, during Act 1...
Like, no joke.
I bet.
From getting the tickets, like, once I got the tickets, I tried to avoid listening to the show.
Same here. I've been listening to a lot of...
Come From Away?
Yes, Come From Away, of course. Yes. Actually, I've kind of been just, like, doing a power walk and listening to the soundtrack on my iPod, like, once a day.
Nice.
That was kind of, like, the last week before I left. Anyways, so yeah, when it first started, it was just surreal. Like, I literally had this, like...
Well, what?
This, like, I'm sorry, I had, like, a burp. I had this, like, kind of, like, uncanny valley moment.
I know.
Where I was like, holy crap, is this actually happening?
I mean, that's something I've loved about theater. I haven't felt it as much lately for some reason. Maybe I've just been seeing so much shit.
Uh-huh.
But like, that's one of the things I love is, like, a lot of times you get the actors coming out on stage and there's this surreal thrill of them being there live.
Right.
I mean, and I know your seats weren't as amazing as Tarzan. But...
No, but my seats were good. I mean, I wasn't complaining about my seats whatsoever. It's totally fine. It's Hamilton.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it wasn't like the, the nosebleed seats at the Hollywood Bowl or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I'd say, like, right around after my shot, I kind of got into the rhythm of it. Like, yeah, this is a soundtrack being performed live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The electricity in the air is, like, the reason to go, in my opinion. It's probably more exciting than any concert I've ever attended in terms of like the oh yeah, easily. Just the sheer amount of electricity in the air, easily. I mean, you know, like I'm into like indie bands and stuff, right? So that's mostly the concerts I attend. And so, like, in indie bands, you know, they'll draw their following, but they don't draw like a huge packed house most of the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, with this, oh god, it, you know, just the energy, like when the first number came up, and then after my shot was over, you know.
Yeah, like my shot was.
Oh god.
Like so thrilling.
Yeah, the casting was interesting for me. We had a black King George.
He was an understudy, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not, you know, the actor himself, I think, did a really good job. Like,
he was fine.
He was good.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not, you know, it's just kind of like the disconnect there with the race.
Yeah, especially because, like, with the King and Samuel Seabury, those are, like, roles that would be intentionally white.
Right.
Like, you know, yeah, for reasons.
Because white people suck.
Yeah, like actually,
I'm
no
just
joke,
kidding.
During the opening number, I was like, yes, I am feeling the importance of non-white actors playing these characters.
Oh god. And oh man. So that was like, what? I don't think that bothered me as much as it bothered you.
Oh god.
But yeah, I'd say Act 2 was when it really Sorry.
Yeah.
I'd say Act 2 is when it really kicked into gear. I'll be there tomorrow, Knots. I'm coming.
Tiki's coming home to Knots.
Seriously, dude, after my last trip, Knots feels like a second home. I can't wait.
But yeah, Jefferson was a great one.
Yeah, Jefferson was one of the highlights, for sure.
Yeah, I liked him better than the guy I saw in New York. It was crazy. I'd seen this Jefferson who we saw before as Raoul and Phantom.
Yeah, that's who you were saying,
and he was like Lafayette Jefferson, like, yeah, sure, it was like the same face, but he felt very it didn't feel like
just the performance and the body language.
Yeah, the voice.
Like,
his Raoul voice is deeper, I remember.
Right,
and then,
right.
Like, also, someone else I saw that trip, like, somebody from The Color Purple was playing Washington. Hard to believe it was the same guy. We had an excellent Burr in Hamilton.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, he's Joshua Henry. Of course he's excellent.
It took me a while. I'll admit, it took me a while because his voice isn't as deep as as Leslie Odom.
Yeah.
Like Leslie Odom has kind of like a very kind of like Dr. Facilier style,
yeah.
You know, like, I'm gonna tell you about Hamilton. But no, this guy was great too. I mean, I'm sure it was a little bit more thrilling for you because you were, you've seen the actors and other things, or some of the actors.
Yeah, like I had seen Henry before, but also, I mean, he's just super cool. He's yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's about
he's actually
it.
Gonna lead the Carousel revival coming up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, that ending, eh?
The ending, I always kind of said that I think the ending is like one of the main reasons to see it on stage, right?
Maybe.
Because I don't think you get the impact of the ending if you're listening to it. That's how I feel.
I haven't listened to that one enough to say, but...
It's just like... Sorry. For some reason, I remember Knots being in the opposite direction my last trip. like on the other side of Disneyland. It's a Mandela effect. Oh, God. Yeah, the staging is great. The lighting is freaking spectacular.
Yeah, the show, I've forgotten how good the lighting is.
Do you
like when the entire stage is water?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I love the set. The set is just very, very, like, in some ways it's minimal because there's not a lot of, like, set pieces. But just the backdrop of like those brick, the brickwork and the forced perspective, just really works.
Yeah.
It was. I'd say the set was a lot more impressive than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Because I was just expecting like a turntable and some ropes mostly. See, I'd say that's about it. I kind of want to save some juice in the camera, so.
Yeah, you had a lovely time, I assume.
No, it was freaking awesome, man. It was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime thing, I'd say.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do. And I do think I enjoyed it a little more this time.
All right. Yeah,
So,
good.
You're welcome.
And we're coming up on LA traffic. Wonderful.
Woohoo!
The smooth sailing was nice while it lasted, right?
Yeah. Maybe we should have recorded traffic. That would have given us something to do.
Right. Oh, well.
Looking at the rolling fields. Yeah, what rolling fields we have here.
I know, right? All right. So where are we off to, Monkey? We're off to Adventureland!
You mean Adventure City?
Yes, Adventure City!
Yeah, but they're showing a special screening of Dance and It's On.
Okay, we need to do a separate vlog about Dancing It's On.
I know.
I am so glad that was up your alley. I had a feeling it would be, but there was also the potential that you'd be like, this is lame. And it is. It's very, very, very lame. But that's the point.
Alexander, you're the closest friend I've got. Lawrence, winning is everything.
And with that, have a good night, folks.